Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Day 3 of my November PALOOZA video upload thing. But we're going to continue with the amazing dramatic reading of the worst fanfiction in the world, My Immortal. Some of you have got in touch and said, look Ashley, I'm pretty sure that this is a troll, I'm pretty sure that this is a parody. I'm not disagreeing with you. I've moved location. We were in the bathroom yesterday and today we're in my room. I've tried to hide all the mess. So we got to the end of chapter 8 yesterday of My Immortal and we're going to continue. I'm going to re-record. I recorded 11 chapters on day 1, but I've decided I'm going to re-record chapters 9 through 11 just because I don't think I gave it the attention it deserved. Chapter 9. Author note. Stop flamming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the reason Snap doesn't like Harry now is cause he's Christian. And Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks. End author note. When we left Ebony, she had run away into the Forbidden Forest where Draco had taken her virility because she thought that Draco and Vampire Potter, which is Harry Potter's new name now that he's a Satanist, were having it away. So let's see what happens in the Forbidden Forest with Ebony, who is not a Mary Sue. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was ... Voldemort. So when you said basically it was like Voldemort in the movie, what you meant is it is Voldemort. It wasn't like Michael Jackson or something. No! I shouted in a scared voice. But then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crickshanks! I shouted at him. Crickshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. I love the fact that Crickshanks is a spell. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexa eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand. So I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up, which is essentially what happened. No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou dost not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you're so retarded look on his face. Oh, I hate that word. I hath telekinesis. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelly. I have telekinesis. Is telekinesis not the ability to move shit with your mind as opposed to... who cares? And if you doth not kill Vampire, then now know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods. I hope they don't do it up against a tree again. Draco, I said. Hi. She's like Tommy Wiseau. This is like The Room, if The Room was in Harry Potter. Draco, hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kinda like a pentagram, get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. That's okay. he said, all depressed, and we went back to Hogwarts together, making out. Were they walking and making out at the same time? It's difficult. End of chapter 9. Chapter 10. Author note. Stop if you don't like my story, then fuck off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle after all, and she's a vampire. Our evil that's a dead move houses, okay? I don't know what that is. I was really scared about Voldemort. Voldemort! I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band. Bloody Gothic Rose 666. That's a bit of a mouthful. It's not really a good Charlotte, is it? Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between Good Charlotte, Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and My Chemical Romance. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, that's Hermione, Vampire, that's Harry, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. Well, of course Ron has black hair with blue streaks in it. You'll feel the pressure of having to dye his hair black, given that every fucker in this school has jet black hair, apart from the preps, those fucking preps. And Hagrid. Hagrid's in the band. Not Hagrid, Hagrid. Hagrid's in the band. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire. And the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that, says the author. Or a steak. Steak spelt like the meat. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie, like The Corpse Bride. Is The Corpse Bride? I thought that was a kid's film. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs, your sweaty boobs, and tiny matching miniskirt that said simple plan on the butt. You think I'm a slut, but really I'm not. I don't think you're a slut, I just think that you're really pretentious. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. A concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice. Even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Apparently Draco's a peeping Tom. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you? You fucking poser muggle bitch. Author note. See? Is that out of character? End author note. I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Never mind the death threats and all that. They've practiced for another hour because they're dedicated to the band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. Author note. See? That's basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset and you will see why. Ebony. Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. End of chapter 10. Dun dun dun! Chapter 11. Author note. I said stop flaming up, preps. See if this chapter is stupid. 1111. It deals with really serious issues. See for yourself. If it's stupid, brewer. Thanks to my friend Raven for helping me. Big up the Rave. End of author note. No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off. And I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood and then I slit both my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a stake and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it sandly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and I screamed! Snap was spying on me. Snap was spying on me and he was taking videotape of me. And Lupin, spelled L-O-O-P-I-N, hilarious, and Lupin was masticating to it. Lupin was masticating to it. Like, I get that you're trying to create this intrigue where Snape's a pervert and he's filming you through the window, but why would Lupin be masturbating to the video while he's filming it? Surely he'd wait till after he'd finish filming. I don't know. They were sitting on their broomsticks. How do you have a wank on a broomstick? That must be really hard. Ew! You fucking pervs! Stop looking at me naked! Are you pedos or what? I thought she'd put on a whole dress and shoes and shit. She listed them. I screamed, putting on a black tibble. Right, okay, she's naked again. She's gone from being fully clothed to bollock naked again. I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Mason on it. Suddenly Vampire ran in. Good old Vampire Potter. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. Pointing his womb! I took my gun and I shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times and they both started to scream and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has no! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand and suddenly Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." I thought they were inside our dorm. What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. Okay. I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I'm also a Satanist. This cannot be, Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still here. I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because, Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. I'm not having sex, I'm into making love, so come give me a hug. Because you're gothic? Snap asked, in a little afraid voice, because he was a friend. It meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her. I think that's Hagrid who said that. It could be Vampire Potter. There's no real distinction. I have no idea if we're in the school or out of the school or what the fuck is going on. That was chapter 11. I've just looked and there are 33 more chapters of this. I don't know if I have the sanity to read all of these. That's 11 chapters of my Immortal, one of the most confusing fucking fictions. Who loves her? Where are they? Why does Lupin have a videotape? Why is electricity working in Hogwarts? Why is Crookshanks a spell? Why does everybody have black hair? She keeps talking about these preppy bastards, but every fucking person we've met's been some sort of emotional, blacky, whitey, gothy person. Why is Snape making kiddie porn if he's a fucking Christian? Actually, that makes sense, that bit. I mean, it's almost Andy Kaufman-esque. It's like Andy Kaufman's written a fanfiction. That's what it feels like. Whew, okay, well, this has been another weird vlog from me. If you enjoyed it, as always, please like, please subscribe. Again, if I get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, you're going to hear some fan fiction that I wrote myself when I was a teenager. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow.